Good morning, track fans. I hear you, Mark. Why don't I start at a later time? Because I'd still be late, Mark. That's why. Oh, mate, I tell you, it's not about being on time. What it is about learning every time on the job. What I had was, what I discovered was when you've got these little video clips, like your, I don't know, like your intro clip, like this one. And all of that. I load them all in the night before. Bear in mind, I'm getting used to the StreamYard. Turned up this morning and none of them's saved in there. So I've had to sit there, literally save them all in again, Mark. And the thing with that is that when you're doing that, you have to wind back the volume on it and pause it at the right place. Otherwise, you start to blow slot our speakers again. Get in there. Anyway, enough of that already. Sorry, I'm late. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday Slotcast Sessions here with me, Pete Brown, for the next hour or so. We're going to have a great time. We've already got a load of people in the chat. Load of people already tearing up trees. So good morning to some of the silent viewers there. Road Tramp Stew, good morning. And a couple of the others, you know who you are. So there you have it. Anyway, I've been working on, big news, big news. Right, so no video out this week, although you're gonna find the irony in this hilarious, is I got the sack on Tuesday. I got fired from my job. So I'm unemployed, bum. I'm enjoying it. I can't believe I even bothered to have a shave today. But there you go. That's how much I appreciate you guys. You know, this is a show and the show must go on. So whilst I didn't do wide on Wednesdays, apologies to all of my members. You are fabulous. I just didn't feel it, to be honest with you. It was sacked the day before and I just didn't have that oomph I normally have. So, but this morning is different. Although yesterday, we're going to call yesterday, what should we call yesterday? Sick Saturday. Because throughout the week, I've been applying for jobs like Billy out on LinkedIn and everywhere and job sites, whatever. And we should call it like Sick Saturday, where I must have got about, I don't know, 20, 25 replies yesterday. People are like, you're unsuccessful, not for this job, not for that job. I mean, fair play. I mean, like, after you've applied for, well, the maximum you can apply for is 50, right? So after about the 30th job, you're like, you see a job spec, it's like, all right, okay, yeah. So 10 years, but no, a PhD in rocket science, 19 years experience in biomedical sales. By the 30th job, you're like, I can do that. Yeah, I can blag that. Yeah, I got that. So yeah, it's been so I was expecting a lot of kickback, to be fair. But there you go. So we'll find somewhere. So I've got a couple of things on the go at the moment in the background, so it shouldn't take too long. And then we'll be back in the dream. But you would think that having all of that time off this week, like, well, to be fair, looking for a job is like a full-time job. But you would think that actually in and around those periods of time, you'd have more time. Well, I did. I have. So I've been constructing this wall here. And I'll give you a little look. Look at that. Oh, yeah, nice. All right. Yeah, that looks all right. We got it. So then, that's sort of, so I've been doing that. Saves a moment. But if you are a forager, the chat's just gone electric. If you go out picking fruits, right? I'm telling you now, if you know where your brambles are, your blackberries are ready. With yesterday morning's rain and this morning's biblical rain, they are superb. So if you're a forager, blackberries are now. Anyway, more to the point. Let's get into some slot car action. So I'll start from when the top of the show was, which is boom, here. So if anyone said hello before this, hello. Where did I just put that comment? There you go. Good morning, Steve. How you doing, my friend? Good morning, Brad. And just before we go through, just saying a quick hello to everyone. What I would like to say is a massive, massive show coming up today, especially in regards to track focus. Big track focus. So I'm going to try and race through to track focus, spend a bit of time on that. And we've got stuff to do. So let's go. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Anders. There you go. How you doing? Benjamin. Good morning from the colonies. Which colonies are you calling from? Is that Colony Sanders of KFC? Oh, no, that was Colonel. I'm misreading it. Good morning, Daz. 5 minutes late. He might have won the sweepstake, actually. See, like last week, I was here on time. This week, kicked out by all the video clips I've got to show you. And there's a few. And there's a few. I think as you're going to get the hang of this, the show is going to improve and improve and improve. Probably not in terms of slick and deliverability, just improving comedy value for you guys. Oh yeah, who's this hero here? Time to make a full English. That's right. Good morning, Mr. D is in the house. Wow. Good morning, mate. We know Pete is up and about because he's been in the group chat. Yeah, that's right. Exactamundo. I can't wait for Mr. D Slot Drag Racing to fire up again. That is going to be awesome. Good morning, Ad. Good morning, Tara. How you doing? This is it. This is what I was asking you. Why didn't you change the start time to 7:35? Because I'll end up being here at 7:40. It's just, I should say, what we should do is go the other way, Mark. We should say, Pete, show starts 7:20 strict. That'll be it. 7:28, I'll be here licking my wounds. Oh, amazing. Okay. Good morning, Ian. Hey. We were missing your build yesterday. Scratting around yesterday morning. Like, where's the build? I mean, you've got literally, how many product codes have you got? I think about 130 now. You got 130 weekends there. That's 3 years. Because by the time you get to the third year, for all those sharpshooters who say, no, 3 years is 156, Pete, they would have released some more. They would. So that is that. Going by the facts, actually, yeah, it's a good point. Take my phone off mute. Just in case, I mute the mic and forget about it. Oh, George! Hello, George. You all right, my friend? How you doing? George is up and about, everyone. Wow. What time is it there, George? Nice to see you, my friend. Totally nice. And Bryce as well. 2 late runners running some laps and listening to some drum and bass. Jungle is massive. If you're still awake. I was playing some hype the other day. What a small world. S, the H, the O, the O, the T, the E, the R, the shoot, the shoot. There you go. Place has turned into a drum and bass cesspit. Talking about drum and bass, let's listen to a little bit over watching some staff slot cars, everyone. There you go. Getting slicker. Right, let's remove that from the studio so don't play it again. Anyone doesn't know what doesn't know what Bryce is listening to, the music on that little advert just then is drum and bass. So that's what was actually more intelligent or ambient drum and bass like LTJ Buchan. But that is what Bryce is listening to. Actually, at midnight, he's probably listening to some real tough hard step. Well, we have a racer from England send in a car and for the race, and it did fantastic. Who was that? Was that anyone we know? That would be amazing. Morning, Doug. How you doing, Doug? 2 a.m. Damn. It must be hot and muggy there as well. Everyone is complaining over here. Oh, it's too hot. I can't sweat. But that's it. You just got to man up, get some American muscle in your life, and you can handle the heat. It's hotter than this. No, I'm not going there. But listening to guitar and organ. Okay, not quite heard that drum and bass artist before. Are they any good? Brilliant. Oxo Cube. Ooh. When I was in the army, many years ago, we had a guy called Oxo Cube. He was our 1 second. I still missed the bin. We had a guy called Oxo Cube, and he was our platoon commander. When we were in Ireland, we were in close observation platoon in Ireland, and he was the boss. And man alive, was he a tough cookie. If he said do it, you had to do it. And you had to do it because he could do it. That was the problem. And he was remarkable at doing literally everything. Like, if you ever watched The Incredibles, the cartoon film, brilliant. It was like all four of The Incredibles in one, boom, there was Oxo. And that was his name. Feared, respected by everyone and feared by more. Brilliant guy. Oxo's Cube sounds like one of Slotar's aliases. He came in first place in the Strange Brew modified class. It's muggy in Canada as well. It's crazily muggy, I'm telling you now. Okay. So, well, I was going to load up the show, but I haven't even loaded it into the computer yet. So we'll have, I'll just make some stuff up as we're going along. Just check this is the right one. Okay, so that's going to do its thing. I tell you what is, I tell you, this week has affected me. This week has affected me. I'll be honest with you. And I know it's affected me because at the weekend, last weekend, I took in a box from Scalextric, and it's a box and it's unopened. And what I want to do, what I'd like to do is do a proper unboxing for a change, because the last few car reviews I've done, it's like straight on the bench, straight in the track, straight having fun. So I could do the whole excitement of opening a box and seeing what's in there. I really don't know what's in there, and it's a big box, little box, big box, little box. Feel like a raver. So I'm gonna be, and that's what's happened last week. Not been sorry, this is still loading. We'll get a show on the road. Oh, there we go. It's not been switched on to that. I've been find a job mode. However, later today it is raining. There's no dog walking. There's going to be a bit of blackberry foraging later, because it is going to, because it's been raining yesterday and today, the roots soak it all up and literally straight into the berries. So get them today and get them frozen, and you got berries for whatever, crumbles, fruit, smoothies, the lot. Ozarks, oh mate, that was excellent series. Are you in the Ozarks? Seriously, that is so cool. Do you literally know Marty? Not two lines, Marty from Ozarks. That is so good, that series. So good indeed. I knew the other cheesy quaver in the room would pick up on that. big box, little box, big box, little box, big fish, little little fish, cardboard box. As we're all like shuffling to the left and right, like, hey, right, I tell you what, I used to say this. We are influenced by things that we watch, things that we listen to. It is that thing, isn't it? We are influenced, okay? So it doesn't matter what you think or what you say. If you see something that is a good idea, we're influenced by it, right? We got, what? I never knew that existed. I've got to go and buy that, or I've got to make that, or I've got to go there. So we're influenced. So I always used to say that if computer games didn't influence us at all in the 90s, then we wouldn't have spent our recreational time running around darkened rooms, munching pills, listening to electronic music like Pac-Man, right? We all turned into Pac-Man in the 90s. So we're all heavily influenced by computer games, influenced by what we see here, and influenced by just generally everything. All right, that's how it is. Okay, so I'm going to hide behind George's comment. There you go. And we're going to get straight into it now. Right, let's go. So from the top of the show, we do a quick shout out to the Young Track fans, and here they all are. So from the top of the tree, I haven't seen him in the chat this morning, is Master Albert and Youthful Wealth. They're not turned up yet, unlike Steve at Staffs, who's just rolled his carcass into the chat now. Morning, Steve. Good morning. Don't think we didn't see you sneaking in there, sneaking in the back door. So, okay. Right then. So let's get the track fans, young track fans, shout it out. We've got them all going on. We'll start with Albert and Wilf. Good morning, Albert, Wilf. If you're watching this back, you are legends. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Eleanor. Good morning, Liam. Good morning, Ruben. Hey, we'll talk about Ruben in a second, but I've got a feeling there. He is in bed asleep right now. In bed asleep. My guy. Good morning, Jack. Good morning. Oh, got two Jacks now. So good morning, Rowan over in Chelmsford. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Benji and Jacob. That is, your dad's in the chat. Where are you? Asleep probably, or eating the snacks while your dad's in the chat. That's right. Save me a penguin bar, please. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Orson and Owen and Mason. Good morning, Charlotte and Leo. Good morning, Cam. Where are you, Cam? What are you doing? Haven't heard from you in ages. But I hope you and your dad, Simon, are all right, all the same. Lost my train of thought there. Yep. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, George in Oxford. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, Jack. Jack, YouTube channel, everyone. Northeast Productions. Let me just get the handle on that right. I think it's 25, but let me... Yep, Northeast Productions 25. Subscribe to that if you're into your trains. Good morning, George, Bailey, Logan, Sophia, and the youngest track fan of all at the moment is Raymond. Yes, it was Rowan, but now it's Raymond. It's an R thing. Brilliant. Good morning, everyone. So now I mentioned a minute ago that that Ruben's probably in bed. Yeah, he is, because quite frankly, he was having a psychedelic trance party last night. He was. He's got a marquee up in the back garden. He's decked it out in psychedelic kind of backdrops, you know, like tie-dye swirls, big luminous colors, and he's got like lights everywhere. Me, I nearly got in my car and went down there to DJ for it, get the place rocking. But commitments, I had this show. Now, I'm normally a little bit behind the schedule when I come on the show. But hey, anyway, today, I didn't want to be super late. I was just thinking, actually, did I say hello to Rob Sale at the start of the show? Anyway, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Sue. I hope you're mending up well, Sue. We'll just do that. Just chuck that in again, cover my bases. Yeah, if I missed you, Rob, it wasn't because, no, forget about that. Anyway, I was going to do it. I don't know why I thought of you when I thought psychedelic trance party, Rob, but must be the beacon of light that you portray. But yeah, so Ruben is not in the chat. I don't know if Andy is going to be in the chat. He was working the door to the psychedelic rave last night. A lot of, there's a lot of it's Essex. All right. It's Essex. So you want to know what's happening in Essex? Just put down trouble in Essex in the internet and you'll find out what happens in Essex. Places going off, but in a happier place in Essex, got Ruben at his side trance party last night, his end of year, his birthday party, his end of year party, his whatever fast and furious excuse to party. And he was partying like it's 2025. So there you have it. So what's this here? Oh, yes, that would have been a place to grow up in Silicon Valley during the computer game surge. Acid rave. What a time. Voodoo Ray. Just getting chills, shivers down my spine thinking about the good times. Nothing better than rocking up to some field in the middle of nowhere, like literal nowhere, and there being like 1,000 people there partying, like it's just like the middle of London or something. Just fantastic. Still listening to that. Oh yeah, of course I'm listening to dance music. Let me show you the other side of the set. Hold on. So there you go. See, little sneak preview behind the scenes. See, that's my decks, the wheels of steel, baby. Steve, are you working on any new wheel designs? Well, Daz, I've got something to show you, my friend, so stay tuned. Not to give it away, but there might be a little bit of excitement coming up a bit later in the show. Good morning. I love it. Tony sent me a message in the week saying he's going to get up on Saturday. Sunday. He cannot stand the adverts. So house rules are no adverts during the live stream because tend to fall behind and miss the action. But I do whack them on after the show. I'm sorry if you're over in America and it's like 2 a.m. and you have to watch this back later. I'm sorry, but you have got the Wildlings on Thursday, and I got Marty on Tuesday. So you got a good crack of the whip on live streams with no adverts, and we have to watch theirs. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Well done, Tony. Good morning. Daz working on the magnesium wheels at the moment. Stay tuned for my young track fan Sophia to make an appearance racing with me soon. Yes, I haven't seen Sophia on screen in a while actually, so that will be quite cool. Well done. Morning all, half asleep. Roof leaked yesterday morning, 4 a.m. on the roof, moving roof tiles. Cribbit, you're the man. I can't remember where you're based, Cribbit. Are you in the UK or I've got a feeling you might be in Australia. I just can't remember. Hang on. Oh my word, I got itchy eye. But now I'm going to look like that. Okay, let's check it out. Just catch up with the chat before we move on. Daytime's rave as we nod off at midnight these days. Sock car 2020. Shut up. You go to a day rave, you end up with a bunch of 16-year-olds. You don't want that. Oh, yeah, you picked up on it. That's exactly what I was referring to. The beacon of light. Literally in your next life, you're going to be a windmill. Not windmill, a lighthouse. Tara's going to be the windmill. That's right. Got some anti-shine sealant if you need it. No, don't do that, mate. The ships will start crashing into the shore. Yeah, baby. The wheels of steel. Right. Okay, here we go. Right. I did have this one. It worked. Okay, right. Just the general thing, because the summer holidays are upon us. And, the summer holidays that strike fear of God into every parent out there. Literally 6 weeks of having, what are we doing, Dad? I mean, what are we doing? Are we there yet? What are we doing, Dad? Dad! Mom! Can we go out? Mom, what are we doing? I'm bored! Mom! Dad! Dad! Oh, it drives you nuts, doesn't it? Drives you absolute wild. Well, parents, I'm with you. I am with you. So the answer is turn the internet off. You want to kick a hornet's nest on the summer holiday? Flick the switch and turn that internet off and watch them go. If you want cooperation on summer holidays, kill the internet, kill the bill, kill the internet. And the teenagers and the under 10s, they'll do anything to get that internet back on. So that's your secret weapon. I used to call it going nuclear. So I'd be like, do you want me to go nuclear? Get down here and tidy up, or whatever it is. Brilliant. Shelley's. Oh. That's where Sasha, went. Oh, Shelley's. Fabulous. Shelley's, Hacienda, Bowlers. Back to basics up in Leeds. All right. Hey. The Northern boys are coming out now. Anyway, we didn't come here for that. We come here. So anyway, talking about like clubbing or talking about summer holidays or talking about holidays, Mac has just got back from his little 3-day bender down on the southeast coast. He was in Essex. Would you believe it? He was right there with Andy and Ruben, right there with Slotar, right there with Mr. D, right there with Southend Slot Car Club, or the boys from Onga. All right, Alan, if you're watching this. And Graham. What do you do? So I've given you a sneak preview into what I do. I do maybe a little bit of DJing, a little bit of music listening to these days. Got a little bit of spray work going on. And spraying isn't just limited to slot cars or buildings. I actually sprayed this wall that I'm sat next to. So these bricks here that you see. See those bricks there? So I sprayed all of them. Because I wanted it the right colour, you see. So I sprayed them. And now I might graffiti them later. I'm undecided yet. My little crack fans or something. Who knows? So, yeah. So what do you do? What do you do when I'm not slot car and I do as little as possible? No, you don't. You're the most active guys I know, Daz. You take the dog around the pooch around the park. We saw the pictures this morning. Tell you what, you want to see something amazing, then tune in to Daz. He's got some scenery in his park. Well, let's have a look. Before the internet took off for my kids, I just removed fuses from plugs. That's very good. That should have been the question today, shouldn't it? With the summer holiday upon us, what did you used to do? Because some of us, our kids are grown up. Or what do you deploy? Oh, shit. Hold on. My battery's about to die. Whew, that was a close one. Like all the batteries are about to die. All right, it's under control again. Yeah, so I'll just take this off for a second. There you go. So what did we do beforehand? Yeah, Paul liked that one as well. He's got young kids going into it. Summer holidays, that is. When I'm not slot car racing, slot carring, I do as lot as possible. Japan's gonna miss us at the US Slot Nationals. I know, baby, but I just, I just haven't got the money for it, right? And imagine that, right? Imagine getting sacked this week. Oh, yeah. If you've just turned up at top of the hour, 8 o'clock, you're watching Sunday slot car sessions with me, Pete Brown, on Track Fans TV. We've got the best audience in the whole slot car hobby, either silently watching at the back, pottering around on their projects, or live with us in the chat, telling us at the moment when they're not slot carring what they do for fun. So if you like what you're seeing so far, hit the like button. If you don't like what you're seeing so far, leave me a comment. Don't put any thumbs or anything. Just leave me a comment. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, and then move on. And if anyone sees a comment in the comment section of someone saying what I'm doing wrong, do not ambush them. It's their prerogative and it's my feedback. So don't jump on anyone who says, Pete, you're too loud. Pete, you're too early. Pete, you're too late. That's the show's too early and you're too late to it. That meant. And all of this business, just, feedback is good. Feedback is healthy. We like to chat. We don't cancel here. We don't cancel. If you've got a different opinion, we hear it. We don't cancel you. That's good. That's important. Young track fans, listen. Even though you don't agree with something or someone, hear them out and just know that you're right. Don't force the issue. There's too much of that going on outside of slot cars. So there you go. Anyway, so the question was, apart from have you hit the like button? And if the answer is no, because that was a closed question, hit it. We were talking about what you do in your spare time outside of slot car and outside your career. Make models so you sow the seeds of happiness. Yep. Read and doing up my home at the moment. Well, I can relate to that doing up bit, because just been doing up this side bit here. I've only been here 8 years. I've got to get around to it. Fleet diesel and refrigeration mechanic for a large. Okay, I'm with you. Interesting. Cycling is a fun summer. Oh my good lord. There's a sight. There's a vision, isn't it? Bryce, full lycra clad cyclist with the cone helmet, and those wraparound sunglasses that literally blind you in your rear view mirror because they reflect everything. And there's Bryce halfway up the Rocky Mountains. It's all right. I'm a cyclist. I'm holding up the whole of the bastard road and I love it. There it is. That's what I think about cyclists in your leotards. Bryce, I love you to bits. But if you tell me you wear all that leotard stuff, that lycra stuff, that should be banned in 18 countries, then we're going to have to send you some American muscle slot cars and get you out of that lycra wearing habit. Obviously, if you've just tuned in, I'm speculating about that, right? Bryce hasn't confirmed if he does or doesn't wear lycra to ride his bike to go and get a pint of milk. Now, I'm joking because I know that Bryce is good for the banter. No, cycling is good, especially when you're escaping law and order. Tony, blimey, wow, okay. Good morning. Oh, he's still on the road. Oida boida. I'm loving the new format. I'm missing Harry on the Friday. I know Harry tunes in to the Slot Car Head crew, and I'm enjoying the new presenter. So it's kind of like, this is the true definition of bittersweet, isn't it? Kind of bitter that Harry's sort of not doing it, but sweet that Andy's now in the fold. So it's kind of emotional turmoil, but I like it. I like feeling like this. It's keeping us on our toes, right? Don't die. What's the agenda for today? Okay, coming up. So we're already into it. We've done Young Track Bands. We're just discussing what we do in our spare time. Just going to get through to this. And all right, good night, Bryce. Hopefully you did popped all of that good, light-hearted, tongue-in-cheek banter. Take it easy, my friend. It's so funny. You're a good guy, Bryce. Thank you, mate, for not having such not being so sensitive. Ah, nah, my yearly calendar. Could you imagine the slot car annual calendar? You could just imagine it, couldn't you, right now? Everyone, create your theme for your month. Oh dear. Shh. I'll be ruined. I'll be ruined if people know that I've got a lime green mankini like Borat that I wear around the house. It's a bit awkward though when the when the post comes and you have to sign. Because nowadays you stand there, you open the door, you hold the package, and they're like, hang on, hang on. They need to take a photo of you with it, don't they? So imagine it, I've got my lime green mankini on with a Hornby package and it gets straight back to the head of brand. Scalextric. There's this guy wearing a mankini signing for our goods. Oh dear. So what's with the XP points next to people's names? That's something that I can't see on StreamYard here. So let me have a quick butchers at what you're looking at. So bear with a second, me old mate. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, right. I think this is basically, and I thought Nico had touched on this the other day when he did his 3 Minute Thursday, which was terrific. I can't comment on that post, Nico. I don't know if you're still listening, but I couldn't leave a comment on that 3 Minute Thursday short video you did. What a lovely message. Blown away. Blown away. And I laughed my socks off towards the end of the video where you turn around and said, I'm just uploading my video. And the person you're talking about goes, what now? Isn't that Thursday thing? Because he is so in tune with the channel. And Nico didn't realize that this particular gentleman watches everything he does and is now very knowledgeable at the hobby, aged 80. Phenomenal. So, Slot Car Dude, go and check that out. That was great. The XP next to people's names is a new thing from YouTube, which is kind of like creating super fans and acknowledging them. I'm not sure what you get for the collation of XP, but if you're in tune with a channel, so like, you know, the inner circle of trust will have the greatest time on the channel, really connected and close to the channel and myself. So whenever you put a video, a post, a short, a live stream out, the people who watch most all of it, like the whole video, the people who like it, the people who share it, the people who comment on it, that's called engagement in YouTube world. And the people who engage the most with your channel, your videos, your content get more XP, a bit like leveling up. So at the moment, let's see if I can. I saw it the other day in the back of the YouTube thing, where it told me who my #1 fans were, and I kind of stay away from that because everyone is an equal fan to track fans. The fact that you tune in, you might read a post, or you might watch a whole live stream. It doesn't matter to me. The fact that you're coming on board, you're having a snoop around, you're finding something of interest to you, in and amongst the utter garbage that the rest of it is to you, is really something. See, if Slotar was here, he could tell me all about this now. I saw it around here somewhere. Stupid thing. I don't know. It was around here somewhere. I can't find it. Someone will tell me about it in a minute. More comments. Get a crown. Thank you. Good morning, Lionel. How you doing, my friend? We should do a calendar. I knew he was going to come up with that. You cannot be trusted to do the calendar, Paul. Not in a slightest. You and Tara managing the calendar and Mark Petch. Oh my. Well, that would be rated, wouldn't it? You'd need to do 2 calendars. You need to do the one you really want to do and one that you could actually publish. Oh, Keith, good morning. Good morning, my friend. How you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be good to see how he's getting on with that Jag, actually. Bless you. It was such a nice gesture to give that to the young track fans. It's such a nice gesture. DAS slot car box is in the house. G'day, mate. I'm going to go with you down under, which means the time right now is about 5:15. Am I right? Yes. Yes. Jamal, my left-hand man's in. Do you like this? American Muscle. This is from Jamal's store. Hey, I did a purchase from Jamal's store this week. I bought a t-shirt. And that will be, the t-shirt will be going there when it comes, because I love it. And it is just perfect for this set. Definitely not going to wear that. That is going to be set material. I can't wait for that. I'll show you what the t-shirt is I've bought. It's coming in. I've got it a bit later in the show for you. Oh, you're joking. Oh, what? One job, Pete. One job, and I forgot it. Not the t-shirt. Let's go. Okay, so got a mixed bag on what people do. A lot of people do a lot of different things and stuff like that. This is what I like to see. Orders are coming through. So anyway, there's a little bit of there's some stuff kind of thinking of money with Ray's making a calendar. Absolute genius, correct. I'm not, yeah, well, if timekeeping was correct or incorrect, that would be a different story. Oh, hello. Look at this. Even my own nephews are taking a Michael. Yeah, sorry, I did a Pete, as in he's late. I love it. Anyway, let's have a little distraction, shall we? Get in there. Right, that was well done. That was 1 in 32 scale strictly figures, everyone. If anyone saw some figures in there that tickled your fancy, then you know what to do. Get to Facebook or get to eBay and type that in. Always a pleasure to support a fellow slot car enthusiast. Talking of enthusiasts, there's going to be a few of them rocking up to this one. This is an event coming up in on the 2nd and 3rd of August, everyone. So you've got the Netley Polycar GP and Classic 2025. So on the Saturday, just going to introduce this to you because this is only about a couple of weeks away. So look here. So you can find more details about this, of course, on Slot Forum. It's 2 weeks today. 2 weeks yesterday for the first day. Second day we'll have a look at in a second. But if you want to cover any type of racing to the class that you enjoy the most in slot cars, this is your place. So event 1 on the Saturday will be a polycar day. So polycar relating to F1 60s, 70s, that sort of thing. Here we go. Event 1, standard polycar. I'm going to assume that's get your polycar out of the box, stick it on the track and race it. Event 2, this is all in the same day. This is going to be a mega day. CSCRA, Classic Slot Car Racing Association, that stands for. There's a website, cscra.co.uk, and you can find all the rules and regulations for all of the different classes that the CSCRA race round clubs round the UK on a regular basis. They've got their annual firm favourites like the Winter Classic and all of that going on. So you have Class 4, 61 to 65, and then you have CSCRA. I always struggle with this. Classes 5 and 6. That's 1966 to 70 and 71 to 77 combined to make a mega class. So what you'll do is you will have like a few people who will have the sort of late 60s version, and a few people will have the early 70s version. So if you're in that class, what you'll find is you'll get put into a group of people with the similar class as you. So you won't be racing someone if you're in the 60s with someone in the 70s, unless it's really thin on the ground in the club, and then you'll get it going on. So that's day one. This is a mega event. Day two at the Netley Polycar GP and Classics. Oh, yeah. There you go. Sorry, I thought I'd managed to copy the same slide. I thought I'd have been an epic movie blunder. So the 3rd of August, which is 2 weeks today exactly, is 3 more classes, and you can see at the bottom there, get rid of the ticker tape. You've got Formula One, so 1961 to 65, which is CSCRA Grand Prix Class 4. Event 6 is Sports and GT, 63 to 67 inclusive. Again, CSCRA regulations. So you go to CSCRA. Oh my God, I'm struggling with this. CSCRA.co.uk. It's going to be easier if I just put a link in here, isn't it? There. There's your link. You've got Sports GT. So then event 7, which is 61, 65 saloon and touring cars. But then the event for 8, 9, and 10 is the concourse, which is basically a concourse for each of the classes that I've just gone through for the Saturday, for the Sunday. There will be a concourse on each day. Prizes for concourse. But this is what I like about slot car races or track days or events or whatever you want to call them, is because if you're like me and you're not the greatest racer because you're too excitable, then you can actually win a prize on the concourse, which the concourse, Albert, if you're not sure, is the little competition where you line all your cars, everyone puts their car out on the track, and then everyone has a bit of paper, and you go around and you look at them and you pick them up and you inspect them and you give them a mark out, 1 out of 10, 1 being bad, 10 being amazing, and you grade them. And then what it does is everyone like marks everyone else's car. So even if you come last in every race on the track, you might have the nicest looking car that you built and you sprayed up, and then that will win. So you can still get a prize if you're really bad at racing, which works for me. There you go. Okay, so that is a big event at Netley. That's Netley, everyone. And you can find all this information on Slot Forum under the events section. So well done, Netley, for putting on what looks like a brilliant weekend ahead. And that weekend, I do believe, if I am not mistaken, is the weekend of the US Nationals. We got 3 mega events going on. So then on the same weekend, if you you know, I don't want to leave anybody out whatsoever, because you've just got literally every class then. F1, 60 right through to late 70s, GT, touring, saloon, all of that going on at Netley. But if you are a rally head and you want to do something a little bit more off-road, a little bit more short and snappy with the races, because you got, like me, an attention span of a gnat, then this could be a good viable option and alternative for you. So Melton and District Model Club 60th anniversary show. 60th. That is a long time to have a club. They are doing the pork pie slot rally to celebrate. Now, Melton Mowbray is in Leicestershire in the UK. It's around about the Midlands for anyone out of the country. And what Melton Mowbray are famous for are pork pies. I think they invented them. They do a damn good job of them. And they diversified with their pork pies. I am a massive fan of pork pies. It is a real detriment to the waistline at this age because, you know, moment on the lips, forever on the hips. It's bad. It's bad. But what is good is the fact that there will be no time to scoff and gorge down pork pies because you'll be rally racing like here. I mean, these guys, fair play to them. They go to town. If you look at the bottom underneath the bottom image, not only do they have cutting edge current prizes, and you know it's a current prize because they've got the Ford Cortina by Scalextric, which was only launched in Q1, maybe even last quarter. So that's a very current picture of the prizes that they're putting out. Very well done for having current photography. And also, if you notice, they've got some NSR Formula 122 cars there. Possibly got that wrong. But anyway, F1 by NSR. But more to the point, they've got the trophies are pork pies. I love that attention to detail. It is awesome. You've been there to watch, says Paul. Is that any good? Because I've got a car now, and that there, I want to get my new 2 front tyres because my ones are slightly perished. They've got grip, but they're slightly perishing. So you're going to sight cracks in them. I might nip up there. I don't know. I've got stuff to do. I've got to get out more. Got to get out more. It's going stir crazy in here. Good morning, Lou. How you doing, my friend? Lou's just arrived. And did I see? I did. Shout out to Walls. I saw him. He's up and about again. Fair play to you, Wolsey. I've got my my treatment coming up soon. Hernia. Slice and dice, baby. What's this here? Whoa! Roger is on the memberships. How do I put that on the screen? So, 10 memberships have been gifted. Now, do we remember what to do with this? How you doing, Rod? You all right, mate? Nice to see you. Just trying to find. There it is. There, look at that. Membership. Can someone let me know if you get these memberships? Because I'm not sure. Ah, yeah. I've just found a button that puts the comments on the screen. So you can see the comments in live time if you are pottering around in the background. I know sometimes it's hard to keep in tune with the chat because you're not looking at your phone, you're busy on your projects. So I've just put it on the screen. How about that? That looks awesome. What does that look like? Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, thank you very much, Roger. Don't know how that gets allocated. DG Racewell is up for sale if anyone in England wants to put it in a container. What? Are you flogging your track or are you just having banter, Dick? Hey! Harry! How you doing, mate? Harry, I thought your channel was 0 to 60. Have you changed the name or have you got more than one channel? Just to check. So anyway, yeah, if you have got back on point, back on the show, come on, got track focus to get to. Yes, yeah, and it's a monster. Pork Pie Slot Rally, loving your work, Melton, loving your work. So get down there if you're in the area, Leicestershire, Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire, Northamptonshire, all the surrounding counties. You're all welcome up there. Do let them know, though, if you're going to go down, because it does help them prepare numbers, things like tea bags and milk and stuff, you know, boring, but it does help. 4 channels, says Harry. Right, now I'm with you. Gone in 60 seconds trains. Love it. No, well done. And hey, Harry, says Fox and Walls. Right. Brilliant work, Melton. I did mention this the last time, and this will drop off my radar now until the end of September. But the Great North Slot Race is coming up. That's an F1 gig. So if you're into your F1s and you want to race, that's where to go. Netley is doing an F1 session. This is a modern F1 session. So this is going to be your NSR test, your NSR 22s. It's going to be a real fast day. Really good. Awesome. Oh, hello. Does that mean you got one? Have you been gifted one of those memberships? Nice. Okay. Right then, hot pick. Yes. Hot pick of the week is this. Now look at this. Now I've featured this in my review video, not this week, but last week, because it's a mega. Okay. Well, I don't know why your comment is in green. This is messing me up now. Why is your comment in green? Are you like eco-friendly or something? Does that even mean? Whereby months old. Oh, to be 6 months. Yep. We've got questions to be answered here, Dick. Oh, I see. Right. So it highlights how long you've been a member for. Wow. Yes, that's right. Yes, 6 months. That'd be about right. January, you come on board. So hot pick of the week is this. Now, don't pay any attention to the missing front windscreen. There's nothing to see there. But I did enjoy this car because, oh yeah, there's the front window there. So that I put it in the boot. I had put it in the boot like this. I totally love this car. I was so caught out by how well this drives on the track. I like literally this would give the AMG and the Aston Martin Vantage a run for its money. No, I'm serious. I know you won't believe it, but this here, and look at the chassis detail on it as well. Now, won't dwell too much on it because you all saw the video anyway, but this is a critical piece of kit. It's the C4 600 Land Rover Series 1 Huey 166, because I know that I've not only got the chat and my face all over the live comments. So yeah, that is totally blown me away. Blown me away. And I'm going to put it on my track. It's going to pride of place. Pulling a caravan. Yeah. Nothing like setting it up. Anyway. To make it into a SAS Land Rover. TFTV. Aha. I'll show you what I see on that. Let's move that. There you go. Oh, no way. Yeah, why are you selling it? And what Tony said, I hope you're building another. Because if you build another, we could get the SAS rover, the SAS rover. And SAS, people, is not Saturdays and Sundays. It's the Special Air Service. I'm telling you now, you got to yeah. What a beauty. What a beauty. And do you know what? I almost put it into track focus. Almost put it into track focus this week. Right. Next. Track focus. All righty, Roo. Right. So where are we? Okay. So let's stuck into the track focus. Right then. So what are we looking at first? Get my head out of the way. Oh, actually, see this track here? This track here was built for, I believe, the rich, super rich. We're talking the Bezoses and the Zuckerbergs and the, the super mega riches of the world. They had this track built here so they could race the McLarens and the Ferraris and whatever else around it. So it is like a masterclass in high-end vehicles. Oh, yeah, Albert, I'm loving your stickers, mate. Shoot them with the hand controller. Right. Firstly, there you go. There you go. So, staff's shot of the week. 2 shots of the week this week. We are getting our stride back from, let's call it Tech Gate. We had a month recently, a whole month recently of dodgy tech. The last streaming platform caused me a nightmare. Good morning, Mac. How you doing, Mac? Good morning. He's still in holiday mode, isn't he? He's up at 7 for his stroll down the promenade. No, seriously. There you go. So, yeah, I can't pick this up. I was looking through, getting some content and stuff to share with you, things that I like the look of. And it didn't take long, did it? I think from memory, Steve might be in the chat, but from memory, these are the hyper wheels. Are these the hyper wheels? And Clint Hillard has only gone and pimped them. He's made what was already really good better, if you could do that. Amazing. I think the next thing, right, someone is going to put a little bit of, I don't know, maybe plasticine. So this is the next thing, isn't it? So you know how they've put the brand and that they put the decals onto the wheels. I mean, think about these wheels are like tiny. They're like 15 millimeters, centimeter and a half. They're absolutely tiny. But what I reckon someone could do is take a bit of blue tack like this, get a little bit like this, roll it into about that shape there, maybe curve it like that, spray that red or yellow and put it behind the wheel to make it look like the brake caliper. That's the next thing, to pimp a brake caliper or whatever they call them, shoe. You know, you see them, the red or the yellow on like the M3s or the big BMWs. That's going to be the next pimp wagon, for the pimp idea for this, isn't it? Hang on, here he is. There you go. Harry's in. I'm patiently waiting for Steve to remake a dish set for my 3A3D Camaro. They're perfect for what I need. Okay. Well, he's got a dish set. He's got a set. You have to look at them. They look okay. Scalextric have been doing those wheels for you. Aha, they have, but they haven't been putting on those things. Awesome. Well done, Clint. Well done, Steve. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, that's no good. Right, let's shame Steve from Staffs live. Okay, next shot of the week, number 2. 2 shots of the week. And this one's from our good friend and one of our newest members to the inner circle. The members of the whatever, you know what I'm saying, is new to the members group, is Steve SPB Slots. So YouTube that, be on that. But I love this image because it's not only got a ton of Staff's wheels in there, it's got that whole depth thing going on about it. It's got that, you've got foreground, you've got the guy wheeling out. There's a little bit more to this image as well, but I've gone into the image, if you like, to get the bit of the image that I thought stood out for me. So you've got the chap with the red pushing away the tires, so that's near distance. Then you've got Ian grafting, carrying some engine bits there in the middle distance. That's Ian from Mag Racing. And then you've got the far distance with the yellow Corvette C8 from Scalextric I'm going with right there behind the pit wall in the sort of far distance. But in it, and then it's that whole like that shooting a shot through scenery. I tell you, the TV series 24 used to do this really, really well. They'd like shoot a scene of 2 people chatting, but they'd shoot it through like a pair of monitors on the computer desk. So you saw the edge of 2 monitors and then you saw the conversation, and it all give it a kind of like real, there's so much going on in that. And you can see that in this image. I love shots which are rich in depth and rich in there's stuff going on. Like this guy's taking a tire delivery, Ian's salvaging some parts, the vet's in pit lane. Is he pitted? Is he getting spare tires, or is he waiting for his race and he's gearing up to get to the grid? Who knows? But there you go, he's online, he's there now. Thank you very much, Steve. He's like spat coffee and fallen off his chair. Oh, I'm on the telly. No, well done, Steve. I mean, literally, it is excellent. Like, and then, so not only the near, middle, and far distance activity, with loads of stuff going on, but then you get into like the real detail. And if you're a modeler, not a model, a modeler, you'll notice these things, these subtleties. So look, if you notice the top railing of, if you see the fence that goes around the bit where Ian stood in, if you notice, it's painted green. It's brand positioning for Heineken. So you see Heineken are sponsoring the track at the footboard of those at the bottom of the step. You see left and right the Heineken signs. Well, he's only gone and done the brand on the actual rails, and then it complements the Heineken sign in the far distance. You see, it all lends itself to a really nicely balanced bit of scenery. So just those little subtleties, like keeping the top of that fence panel the same color as the Heineken brand. Genius. Really, really good. Really good. So coffee everywhere. You can't pull it apart. No, well, you wouldn't. You just build a new one. Oh no, he's talking about Dick's track. Sorry. Yep, great detail, says Brad. Brad. Well done, says Mac. Awesome, says Rob. You know, he can model, he can. And Daz, well done. Great shot, Steve, says Harry. You're welcome, Steve. Nice, says Dick. Anders, awesome, he says. Very nice. When Tara says very nice, that's the one that you want. Okay, if I missed anyone out, no worries. But Lionel is chipping in. Well done. Grandson of man, good morning, good evening. How you doing, fella? Nice to have your company, mate. I do like me some Heineken. Is that what it took to get you on the show? Some beer. I knew there was a reason we're friends. All right. Let me just check that. Okay, so they're the shots of the week. Beautiful. Thank you, Steve. Well done, mate. Well done. That has set the chat on fire. Lots of recognition there. So, okay, first one on the top of the tree is this one by Brian Wolf. Now, I'm going to go with Wolf, not Wolf, because if you notice in the top left, you see a German flag. That is the flag of the Deutsch, of the Deutschland, the motherland, the mothership. So we will say, Guten Morgen, wie geht's, Brian? There you go. What was it Maverick used to say? Keeping up into international relationships. Oh, I can't remember what he said. Keeping up foreign affairs, whatever. But yeah, Brian, love this track. Now I'm going to say this and it's going to sound wrong, but it's so basic. It's not basic. It's not basic. But in its simplicity, it's ultimately a figure of eight. A figure of eight with a long sweeping oval around the outside. At the far end is very exciting because you've got the high embanked curve. Seriously, the next track I do, which I'm getting itchy feet with my track as well, I might actually have a bit of a bank curve. I might see how far I can bank a Scalextric set of curves. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I'm going to give it a good go. But no, this has got flow. This has got speed. And this has got the ability to get a good pop on that controller and have enough time to ease off the brakes before you get to the bottom side of this image. This is amazing. Oh, yeah, hang on. Steve is just saying, thanks for the comments. They're only the comments that I've made visible to you, Steve. I'll send you the real feedback later. You ain't like it. But there you have it. Right. So, Brian, thank you very much. Really would love a go on this track. I think this is a nice flow. This is a nice flow. Isn't it a sunset? And there is a Trump ad in the background. Okay. Yeah, it could be a sunset. You're right, because he's got, what's that, a park bench on it or a car? Can't quite make it out. Yeah, and do you know what? I didn't notice that Trump sign, but that Trump sign is old because it's obviously got Pence. And we all know that Vance is the current VP, not Pence. But we don't do politics, so I won't elaborate on what I think of that. Trumpet, indeed. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, everyone. Let's keep it off the politics. I tell you what we'll do. We'll distract in that. Let's go with another track. Aha, John. Let's get my face out of the way. John Quinlivan. Now, it's a bit blurred. I do apologize for that, but I liked it because of the way he's got his double S's. So it's really odd that someone would give up the whole length of a side of table to put S's in, where it's all right. I mean, to be fair, what I loot, what's a loot and back? It's a box fan, Harry. A box, you know, the little ones that the Polish delivery drivers use to go across Europe in. It's one of those. Yeah, sorry, back on point. So what I was saying was it's really unusual for me to lose speed. Like I would have the length, both those lengths, full strength, and then do something in the middle like you've done there with the S bends or chicanes, whatever way you want to look at it. But I definitely think, well, actually, you can have both of those chicanes right there and still have a full-on length strip on the right and left-hand side. It is a nice track, Dave. Daz, sorry, I beg your pardon. Great track, need to be a great driver. Yes. So we'll get George down there for that then. He can show us all how it's done. Is that a Ninko track? No. I would go... Oh, it could be actually, looking at the controllers. You got the controllers on the left near the top. Could be, but I'm going to go with Scalextric because of the beigey borders that you've got there. And it also has definitely the Scalextric silver barriers and the Scalextric white and red barriers. Is Paul off? Oh, see you later, Paul. Don't be late, mate. God, people will start calling you Pete. I drove trucks for 20 years and never heard of any of these terms. What, a Luton? You never heard of a Luton van? All right, here we go, mate. For you, Harry, this is a Luton van. And I know that Albert will want to know what a Luton van is as well. So I'm going to share the screen right now. That is a Luton van, everyone. So for anyone in Europe, America, or Australia who's not familiar with the term Luton van, that bad boy right there is a Luton van. So this is when Magnetic Racing do a big show. So when they're doing a UK Slot Car Festival, when they're doing whatever it may be, they hire a Luton van so that they can get everything in the back of the van that they need. So it's a van. That's not a van. That's a Luton. A van is the sort of thing that that rips up behind you in rush hour, undercuts you in the bus lane, then tries to get in front of you because he's realised that no one's letting him in or her in. And then they get a fine because they thought they were the big I am trying to jump down a bus lane to cut out the traffic. Welcome to London, baby. You ain't getting in a month of Sundays. Awesome. So, yeah, cheers for that track, John. Love that. I think a little bit of development on that. I will go a long way. Oh, we got our first video clip. First video clip from far out slot racing in Arizona. Proper love this. I think I've got the levels right on the volume. So on the first time I started this a few weeks ago, I hadn't got the music levels down and it ripped everyone's speakers out. Like, so sorry about that. So I think I've got it there. Just turn it down a little bit now. But I think I've boxed off and got it working as it should do. Now, where is that video? All right, let's roll it again. So what are we looking at then? Let's just turn that little tunage down a bit. There you go. So this is in Arizona. What stuck out to me straight away was the color of the track. I like it. It's like an anthracite, a dark slate grey, darkish charcoal grey. And I like that. Normally, when you see the tracks, they're like a light grey. They all look very light grey, similar. So I don't know whether this is a new track or there's a reason. There's a reason for why that track is dark grey rather than light grey. Is there a... What are you talking about? Dick, this is everyone's chat, my friend. God, we're talking slot cars in here, mate. And if your slot car is what it's about, your slot car track, then let's chat about it. It's no problem at all, my friend. That R1 type bend is a de-slosser. Yeah, innit? It's so steep. Look at it. But I like the far end where that guy in the green shirt is. Look how tight that is. And it goes uphill as it comes around the corner, which means it's an adverse camber, which also means D-slot central. That guy in the red t-shirt on the other side of that corner, I don't know what he's doing, but he would literally be like the octopus if I was on that track, constantly putting me back in the slot. Okay, so let's move into, so let's get rid of that. And back onto points. All right, I'll come back to, I've realized I messed it up. I've got these slides in the wrong order. Right, we'll come back to the two videos in a minute. We're going to just mix them up a little bit so we're not just all on static tracks. So we've got quite a few tracks to get through. I've realized it's about 5 to 9, so we will step on it a little bit. Now, I enjoyed this track. This is what looks like to me a HO track, because you've got the telltale orange borders of an AFX brand, and on the left of the screen where the controllers are on the table, you can see that little AFX orange starter grid as well. Yes, says Fox and Walls, to confirm what I thought. Brilliant. There you go. Mini King design. I'm not sure. That looks like something worth investigating, though, Brad. Let's write that down. Yes, so Tom Gordon. Very nice track indeed. And the thing that stuck out to me at the moment. Yeah, it does. I love it. That's right. It's a head office track. Just come at the right time there to move over the cracks of not having the right order on the things. Tell you what it was. It was I was sat there last night at 9:30 thinking of winding down to go to bed. And what happened was I was sat there just looking over the show, and I realized that I hadn't converted it to PDF. And that's quite a job. That's at least 15, 20 minutes. Oh, I was like, oh, so I did that. And then as I got down to the track focus section, I realized that I hadn't even done that bit. So, yeah, I ended up going to bed at 11 o'clock. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm here now, a little bit late. That was tech. So thanks, Tom, for a great share. I like that one. All right. Now, I can't remember. I've got a feeling I've showed this track before. I can't remember, though. Do tell me if I have. And if I have, it's worth seeing it again. This is so good in regards to how many high bank curves can you get on one track. And it is steep. It is proper steep. I love the detailing on the left-hand side. It's got very, very steep. Could almost be an R2 curve. Really, look at it. It like, talk about bank on a penny. Really, Mac? So that is just going to dwell on that a minute. I like the bank corner in the center. The center is really cool because check it out. He's got catch fence on. Actually, he's got catch fence on all of his bank corners because he knows what a lunatic and how fast that will be. And actually, I just noticed something I hadn't noticed before. But if you see the pit lane right at the base of the pitch, just above Andrew's writing, he's got a pink pig. He's got a pink pig Porsche. I can see it. I see it. Wow. So there you go. Anyway, all of this excitement, I think we need to take a moment and have a little word with our friend Pete Shepherd. Perfect. Cheers for that, Pete. Nice one. Anyone want your own car in your own way, done by an expert? Pete Shepherd's your man. Get in there. You can find him at Racing Replicas. Whatever it was. .co.uk. I'm going with that. Anyway, cheers for that, Andrew. This is an amazing Carrera track. Then something a little bit like overly. This is something incredible. So Timothy Bowers, not Timmy, that would be Silent Tim, the Magnetic Racing third member. But I really love this track in particular, because it looks like HO scale, but I can't be sure. It looks fast. Little T Speedway. Oh yeah. Pete, have you thought of doing an advert for the 3A 3D kits the American boys put out? I'd be more than happy to. What I need, if you're talking to them, Tony, and if they want to do it, is discussion, but videos and images. If they send a load of them to me, I'll do the rest. No problem. I'll do it for anyone, because it's supporting the hobby, and that's it. With these adverts, it's probably a good thing to just put a caveat in this. No one pays me to put these adverts on the telly, by the way. I do it because they're my mates, and if I've got the power and the ability to help my mates out, I'm going to do that, because that's what mates do. So, you know, if I think I assume that you're talking about George Shotgun, Area 51, Shotgun Dave, and HRW, Home Racing World, when you say this. If so, plenty of content from those guys. Yeah, we'll have a chat with them, see how they want a video to look, because generally I try to make the videos quite fast paced, quite exciting, quite energetic. If they want something a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more, you know, subdued, a little bit more focused on something, then it's a chat. But yeah, I'm more than happy to compile a video, or if they compile a video themselves, because they've got all of their assets and they want me to play it, send it over, baby. I wish Scalextric could produce a proper bank corner like they used to. Yes, I've got the bank corner from Scalextric, and it's not as aggressively banked as that. So let's do a workshop. Let's see how far we can get a banked curve on a scaly track. Let's get a few different corner radials, R1, 2, 3, 4, and see how well they bend. Bend it like Boone. So Boone did a video a few years ago of molding a track, so you can sort of mold it into the gradient from a hill into the flat. So we can bend it like Boone. We'll do a workshop. Excellent. So yeah, bit on the Pete Shepherd advert. Pete Shepherd is an absolute magician. It's a family show, Tony. Really like this track. I thought it was quite cool, and because he's got a load of caravans here on the right hand side, just behind that golf sign, and a ton of trailers and trucks up at the top end. It looks like he's out for fun rather than out for serious stuff. So well done, my friend. And modeling a similar sort of look as Daz Hall's track, on the driver stations, he's actually got these massive buckets here. So God knows what size containers they serve the Coca-Cola up wherever you are, Timothy. But that is a big bucket of Coke to fit in those baskets, I tell you. I think we should have our next video. So we saw far outs. Let's go for Tom Warren's video, shall we, everyone? Here we go. That's pretty clever then. Right then. I'll just turn that down while we talk through it. Not only one track, but two tracks. This is a Anastasia Carrera cars there. So it's got this is his first track, this Carrera track here. And it looks really good. It's very similar to that first track we saw. If you think about it, two long outside strips with a figure of 8 in the middle. You can see the ghost cars running around it here. Yeah, exactly, Daz. Two garage setups. And then over here, you've got yourself an AFX track with the synonymous branding of orange. I like that. Strong branding. You can pick it up straight away. You've got Carrera here. That's quite a good point, actually. So I'll get this going on loop. Is the different manufacturers and their different brand colors and how that reflects through onto the tracks. So Carrera are red. You can see the red flash on the power base there. AFX are orange. You can see orange all over the track. Scalextric are yellow and blue. So you can see that rain through on their buildings and on their scenery and on their packaging and all of that. You've got Avant Slot, which are just such a strong brand of green. NSR are a different shade of red. So, you know, these things are very distinguishable. Oh my God, just give me strength, man. Seriously, where's the look? Hey, there you go. Got it together. So Grant will be the finale track. Okay, look at the size of this down at Big Lou's Toys. Now, this was a track. I thought I'd go for a nostalgic track. Try a bit of nostalgia. So in and amongst current tracks and modern tracks, I want to try and bring some history back, you know, some heritage into the show. And this was one of them. So going back a few years on this one, you know that this is a serious racing track because whenever you see a row of tables next to a track, as you can see there to the left, just below the Batman sign, you've got that little row of tables there. That generally means that it's used for race events because people will put their pit boxes on there, tune and tweak their cars straight onto the track for racing. That is a huge, huge Scalextric track. Massive. Like the stuff dreams are made of. 4 lanes. Definitely before analog, so this is going to be a 4-lane heat to get to the qualified into the right race groups and banging. That is a huge track. When Lou pops up out of his eating his kippers on toast to comment and say that's a massive track, that's a massive track. And that's a part of the reason the older cars had the floppy front axles. Is there a double meaning in that, Mac? That is huge, huge, says Dick from all the way down under. It is huge track. And I love the fact they got a little cheeky number 3 on the roof of the car at the base of the image here. Wow. Yeah, what a track. Big Lou's Toys. I wonder if that's still there. Anyone watching over in the States? Culver City. Is that still there? Does that still exist? Is Big Lou still on the map, as they say? Massive track, says Lionel. For the old banked corners, yes. Oh, I see. Right. So that's the reason the older cars had wobbly front axles. Yes. Right, mate. You have a good evening, Dick. You take care. Have a great day, all those in Europe. Europe. He's on a U thing today, isn't he? A Y thing, sorry. There you go, look. Hold on. What? Ian's joined the channel. Hey, Ian, my man, my guy. Thank you very much. Newest member to the channel, Ian Weir. Welcome aboard. Does that mean Doug's cancelling? No, thank you very much, Ian. This is very kind. And if you do like what you're seeing on Sunday Slotcast Session, smash the like button for us. What you've got here is I'll talk about members in a bit. We've got a track focus to get through. So let's get on with that messing around here. Big Lou's Toys. Fantastic. So here's the penultimate track. Look at that. Look at that. I typed into Google. So I did two things. Typed into Google, nostalgic old school track. That's how I found that one. Let's call it the Batman track 4. And then I typed in massive slot car track. And this popped up. And you can scale it because there's two cars on the track, a few cars on the track right now. The yellow and the blue one in the near distance are the obvious ones. But wow. This is incredible. And talking about incredible, this is Tara commenting on Ian being the newest member to the channel. They'll let anyone in. Mac likes that. That's bigger than your garden. And that says something because you're in the valleys and everyone has space in the valleys. Look at that straight, says Daz. King Kong of tracks. King Kong of tracks, says Lionel. King Kong always brings us into one of these. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. Any Kong fans out there, you know what you're doing. That's bigger than my world, says Ian. Dick's new track. Yeah. You need something you need a van to put that in. I mean, who built this for a start? I mean, this is carpentry 101 on a major scale. Is this still there? This is in Melbourne, down under. Is this still available? That's bigger than his estate. That would say something nowadays. Dick's new track. That's incredible. The size of the track, not Ian. Tara, please behave. Looks like MR tracks. Well, get some feedback on that in the comments. If you're watching this back at a later stage because you slept in this morning or you're in a different time frame, nice to thank you ever so much for watching, by the way. But do leave us a comment and let me know what you think of the size of this track. The live chat is on fire over it. Be interesting to get your comments on this. So we'll take that down for now. So that was the last one, static track, and then we're just left with a track here from Grant Lewis. Have it again. Let's have that again. Wow, then this is a nice track. I tell you what track this reminds me of. This reminds me a little bit of Hub's track. You know Shane? Slot Car Hub? Reminds me a little bit of... It's almost a cross between his track and the late, great Pat's track. Rest in peace, brother. It's a combination of their tracks because you got the... kind of similar flow as Pat's track, but you've got the sort of decorative aspects to it that Hub has put in his track after many, many, many years of improvement and growth and stuff like that. Another great track from Lewis, 4-lane layout, says Daz. Exactly, this is a wood routed track and you can tell by the type of braid, but really nice detail. I like the little bits of excuse me, the little under the bridge river lagoon sort of thing going on. Tara likes the small green areas as it breaks it up and makes it more interesting. And even Robbo has come out of the woodwork. It's looking like a nice track. I'm thinking, Rob, about now, I think Sue might have woken up and it's about time you made Sue a cup of tea. What do you reckon in the chat? Do you think Rob should go and make Sue a cup of tea and stop messing about? I mean, honestly, she's trying to recover here, and you're sat around idly watching slot car live streams. Unbelievable. Anyway, enough of that. Back on point. Now that we've got Sue a cup of tea in the pipeline and given Rob a green light for a few hours after the show to get in the slot shed, slot attic in his case, we'll move on. So, yes. So, thank you ever so much for that, my man. Right, we're into classifieds now. We are going straight to Jamal. Here he is. So, this, right, if you was with me at the top of the show, that is Sunday slot car sessions with me, Pete Brown, every Sunday at 7:30-ish before I get piled on. You might have heard me say that I've made a purchase from the slotcarsofatlanta.com merch store in the week. Very exciting. Actually bought a t-shirt. No, not a promotional one. Bought it, as I encourage everyone else to do. So, like, this is the sort of thing you can buy. This isn't what I bought. This is This is what Jamal sent as a selection for me. Thank you very much for those, Jamal. But what I did buy was this, right up my street. Look at that beauty there. I mean, why do I like vintage and pre-war, that style of motor? Why? Because, quite frankly, to drive these engines back in those days, you had to have balls like watermelons, like literal balls like watermelons. And if you look at those cars, they are huge cars, massive engine, no roll bars, none of this halo business to protect your head. If you went over, you're a goner. Unbelievable. Hang on, we're getting feedback from the valleys. So, already made a first cuppa and done the washing and drying. All right, let's take that comment down in case anyone else's partners are watching and we're all lynched for not doing the washing and drying. All right, Rob, you're going to hang us out to dry here. Excuse the pun, like. Yeah, Mega Brownie points. Rob should have done his first. Should don his. Yeah, Rob should don his nurse outfit and look after Sue. Could you imagine it in the French nurse's outfit with the full-on bonnet and everything? I still need to get you a bonnet. Unbelievable. So anyway, what we were doing, we were having a look at the smoking hot merch available now from Slot Cars of Atlanta. Well worth a follow on the channel. He's actually got now, amongst other content, some really creative, forward-thinking stuff. I made an appearance the other day as well on it. So he's got himself a couple of anchors, and good morning is all I'm going to say. For people in England, that will mean something without going and elaborating on the saying. But yeah, anyway, good morning, I would say to one of those. From here, we've got, well, you've missed out. So I've been busted. Anyway, I was using this slide. So you can get 5% discount using TrackFans5 at Magnetic Racing when you get to your cart. Put in a discount code or the voucher box, TrackFans5, the number 5, and you're going to get yourself a 5% discount because this discount run out last weekend. And just to say sorry, I think it's high time we heard from the boys and saw a little bit more what's available on their website for you to buy for your track. Let's go. I'm clicking the wrong slide. Okay. Let's go. Boom. Excellent. So there you go. Boom. Excellent. So there you go. That was the Mag fans bringing it for us. The latest ranges, as you can see, Targa Floria range as demoed by Rob Sale. Now, he has been doing a little bit more work on the layout, the diorama that he's creating. He's got some nice floral arrangements now. It keeps growing and growing and growing and improving and becoming better and better. Really, really good vision on this one, Rob. Well done, mate. So if you like this sort of thing, or if you want something a bit more Goodwood, or you want something a bit more Silverstone, you want something a bit more Reims or Le Mans, then you've got it all available at magneticracing.com, and you can get those buildings and sort it out. Now, if you want to see what different buildings look like, you can go to their website, or you can have a look through my videos, and a lot of other content creators also do mag racing buildings or similar buildings. So you can have a look at people like Slot R, people like DG Raceway. He's just literally gone back to work, gone to the evening. Hughes Garage. You've got Swift Slots. You got lots of different people doing these builds. So you don't have to put up with my nonsense. You can find some people that you resonate with and watch them build stuff. I quite like Slot R's stuff because he just doesn't adhere to instructions and starts to create mega structures and stuff. So that's quite fun. But there you go, mag racing stuff. And then, of course, you've got our greatest pals in the industry, the slotcarmagazine.co.uk. And you notice how nice I am to Mark, who's a terrifically good-looking bloke and a great friend and a loving family man. And then, of course, you've got Rick, highly intelligent, articulate, the epitome of fitness, and he's a pillar of the community. They're just two really good guys. And you can tell how much influence they've got by how well I'm speaking of them, because the last thing I want is a bad headline. Those guys say something and everyone will believe it, honestly. And the new magazine, which is on my kitchen table at the moment, not here to show you, is literally busting with information, with giveaways, with offers, with all sorts of amazing stuff. So if you're just new to the hobby, or if you're entrenched in the hobby, and look, this is one of those activities that you can do in the hobby when the internet breaks. So if you've got to punish your kids, and obviously, you know, with nowadays, you can't give them, I beg your pardon, and nowadays you can't give them a royal hiding because that's frowned upon, or, you know, a right good smacking. You know, gone are the days. Like when I was growing up in the 80s, you had to work very hard to avoid a beating. Very hard indeed. Or actually, was that just my constant behavior? I'm still working it out. But anyway, my mum, man alive, she was faster than Linford Christie when she had a beef, and I wasn't. But then when I become faster, she'd become more clever. So she'd hide behind a door, and I didn't see it coming. I'd walk in, bang! I was like, hey, easy. What's going on here? She'd be like, that's for such and such. I'd be like, so anyway, yeah. So now I'm very nice to the guys who have the influence, and these guys, they have the influence. So that's the slotcarmagazine.co.uk. Get your copy online today, or stick it in your basket if you're in one of the major retailers across the globe. You can put this in your hard copy in your basket. I nearly said your box then. And that, my dear friends, brings us to the closing sections. We've got a few minutes left to have a natter and stuff. Don't worry, we're not all piling out just yet. Cribbit's out of here. See you later, Cribbit. Take it easy. Not even seatbelts, he says. Yes, thank you, my friend. Thank you. And that is a top t-shirt that I've bought. Absolutely. It's going to just be a compliment to the set. Fabulous. Fabuloso. There you go. And what he said. Right then. I was thinking RKO light up antenna tower would be cool. Wonder where I could get one. Where could you get one? In the comments. Look at the comment on the screen. Maybe, Brads, maybe they could help you out with that. Just saying. Just putting it up there. Well, apart from being strikingly handsome and athletic looking, absolutely nothing. There's no, yeah, going back to that Mankini photo from earlier. That's it. Mark was the delivery driver who got the photo. Mark gave me a copy of the previous magazine and he would seriously recommend it to all the slot heads. Exactly right. I love the fact that Storky turned up a little while ago. Hi, Storky. I saw your hi guys message. He just turned up as we were finishing the show off. But, you know, I'm oh, cheers, Daz. Yes, mates. We do our best. And yeah, it's been a difficult week. It's been a difficult week. Thank you, Jamal. I really appreciate it. So I am gonna. So we talked earlier about when you're not slot carring, what do you do? And we had quite an eclectic mixed bag of things. So just to finish the show up on, what are you doing for the rest of the day here in the UK and Europe? What are you doing for the day later when you wake up in America and Canada? Let me know in the comments. And for the Aussies, are you going to bed? Or are you going out partying? That is the question, because right now it's going to be 6:30. Am I about right? 6:30 in the evening, Melbourne-ish way. The night is young, babies, and Saturday's the new Friday. Sunday even. You can tell it's brilliant. Okay. Oh, Janu, where is he? Janu just rocked up. How you doing? Literally, we're wrapping up the show, Janu. You turned up to say goodbye. He lost some kits, found them a week later in a drawer. Too many projects again. I know your feeling, Bradders. Brilliant. Brilliant. And there's always one. There's always one. You don't know, Lionel's the sportsman, so it's a double entendre there. Thank you, Brad. Anders, I really appreciate it. Working on some cars, so we'll see them in Boyce's basement and the Inner Circle of Trust. Oh, look, he's already on it. What's for sale? Well, you'll see him later. We know what you meant. Anyway, on that note, so thank you ever so much for joining me on Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown, every Sunday at 7:30 here. Crazy from the UK. Special extended thank you to the members of the channel. You are all amazing. And I will see you on Wednesday for Wired on Wednesday. I'm so sorry I didn't do the show this week. My head just wasn't in it. So the basement looked like a bomb site. I'd been sacked from my job on Tuesday. So if you just turned up late and didn't know that, yeah, I got fired. You're fired. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. You're fired. Get sacked. I was doing a good job doing the wrong job. So it's a bit of miscommunication from the directorships. No hard feelings. Is what it is. I'm going to get out there, get a new job, and it's going to be groovy, baby. So on that note, I'm off to apply for jobs, walk the dog, get some blackberries because it's foraging time. I will see you all later. I really appreciate you guys. I love you all. Have fun, and I'll see you later on the next one. Track 5!